Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. This is our look at the market leading stocks via our proprietary scans for the coming session. This is going to be for Wednesday, September 25th, 2013. We don't have a lot of signals today, and I think that's also because we don't have a whole lot of volume. If you look at the right here, you can see that the volume for the most part is down across the board. We do have a couple of things where there's some interest. We do have a volume bump in Baidu. We had a nice long call on that today. That is still in the money. Juniper, KLA 10 Core, and BlackBerry all have volume bumps, but everything else is pretty flat today as far as volume goes. The Juniper does have a signal with it. It's got a camouflage buy signal, and we do have a differential buy signal in Sina, and that's definitely worth noting since we had all that strength today in the Baidu shares. As far as the financials go, we've got quite a few signals here, but we're kind of paired off here. We've got some on the sell side, some on the buy side. Seeing some volume pick up today in JP Morgan. The money center banks are all trading fairly decent volume for the most part today. Again, like yesterday, that's where most of the action was today. There's a couple of signals there associated with those that you should note for tomorrow. Take a look at the energy names. Just a couple signals here. We've got one in ACI and also one in ExxonMobil. Rig is a little bit sloppy this afternoon. It's below the open, but it's coming on fairly strongly here with close that's going to be somewhere around 0.5% above the VWAP. So decent close there on some decent volume. So make sure that's on your list for tomorrow. That's the Rig RIG. As far as the generals go, again, like the financials, fairly well paired off here. VMware's got a nice volume bump. That's about 1.5% below the day's open, so that should be on your list for tomorrow. Comcast has a downside CPS signal. That's going to be on my list for tomorrow. 1% below the day's open. That's a pretty good move for that stock. And Caterpillar is showing an upside CPS. A couple other names are flirting with signals, but we have to get to the close before we can confirm that. Housing names, pretty good bump in Toll Brothers. 1.3% above the day's open. Lowe's LOW, quasi-housing stock, 2% above the day's open. DHI, pretty strong, 1% above the day's open. Housing stocks are definitely responding to the news pre-market today. That was definitely bullish for them. I've got differential buy signal in FedEx. In Norfolk Southern is sporting a differential sell. Norfolk Southern is a decent amount of volume, so keep that on the list. And finally, onto the commodities. Again, we're kind of paired off here. We did have some pretty good pops in some of these names. Did see a bit of a flight to quality today in Newmont. Also seeing American Barrick, ABX. So keep these on the radar for tomorrow. They're definitely being pushed around here by what's going on. The dollar today was a bit stronger, and that's definitely figuring into the mix. U.S. Steel, letter X, has a differential sell signal after a fairly strong day. So that might be one to target on the short side if we do have a sloppy tape tomorrow. All right, folks, as always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight.